Hello guys, now we are going to start our discussion on democracy. Guys, in previous clip we discussed the different forms of government, and while discussing that clip I had told you that we are going to make series of lectures on all forms of governments, and this is what we are discussing on the democracy now. Let me remind you guys that these clips or these video lectures we are making for BA classes, those students who are appearing for the BA exam through various universities in Pakistan, and the same course is applied in different universities in India as well. So those friends who are in India, this clip can be helpful for them as well, especially to the students of graduation level, and obviously the students of political science. And since this subject is a common subject and this can be helpful and it's important for all of you, so if you are not a student of social sciences, or even then this lecture is useful for you. Since democracy, it's a common concept and it's a very important concept to be learned by each one. So now come to the democracy. Guys, democracy means a system of government in which all citizens of the state collectively rule on the state. If all the citizens collectively rule, then that system of government is called democratic system. And democracy is not a merely system of government, rather it's a complete code of life. Democracy doesn't mean just choosing elected representatives and making a parliamentary government or a presidential government. It means the system of rule, the collective system of rule, if it's applied on all aspects of life. Democracy means the economic democracy, the political democracy, the social democracy. So it is the best form of government, but it depends on number of conditions that we will discuss in another lecture. In this lecture, we are just giving you a brief introduction of this system of government, democracy, and obviously we will discuss few important definitions. First, guys, the word democracy is derived from a Greek word, demokratia. Demos means people and karatia means government. So democracy is the form of government in which people rule. If the people of the state are ruling on the state, then that system is called democratic system. Professor Seeley defined democracy as the democracy is the form of government that provides uh, in which every citizen participates in governmental affairs. If all citizens of the state are participating in the governmental affairs, then that system is called democratic system. Lord Price defined democracy in a way that in a democratic government, the right to rule does not belong to any specific class. Rather, all individuals of society shares this power collectively. That is, if all the members of the society rule over the society collectively, and if no individual, or if not only a segment of the society is ruling on this society, then that system is called democratic system. And Abraham Lincoln definition, this is the most commonly said definition, that democracy is the form of government of the people, for the people, and by the people. It means that democracy is a system of government which is made by people, and it is chosen from the people, and it is for the people, that it's working for the people's interest only. Aristotle had considered democracy as a perverted form of government. Uh, but if you will see if you will see in some more detail, the system of government which Aristotle had considered the best form of government was the polity. And the current democracy is actually polity. The way Aristotle had defined democracy is totally different from the democracy which is commonly understood now. Now, what we understood as the democracy is actually the polity of Aristotle. So in this way, Aristotle had also proposed the democracy as the best form of government. Although he had said that democracy was the worst form of government, but his democracy was different. His polity is the current democracy. And guys, there are two kinds of democracy. The first one is the direct democracy. The direct democracy is a type of democratic system in which the citizens directly participate in government affairs. This is possible only in such states where the population is very few, and you can see some sort of direct democracy in Switzerland, but in other states we don't see such examples of direct democracy. However, the most common example of democracy is the indirect democracy, which you can see in Pakistan, in India, in Bangladesh, and in other countries. In indirect democracy, the people does not directly participate in government affairs. Rather, they choose certain peoples or they elect certain peoples, and they participate, those elected people participate on the behalf of common people in governmental affairs. If that is the case, then that's called the indirect democracy that you can see in number of countries. I hope guys this clip was useful for you. Thank you for joining. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video and share to other friends as well, and put your suggestions as well. Thank you for joining. Take care. Goodbye.